This movie completely changed the genre of horror and completely created a meta universe. Now, yes, of course, the meta universe existed prior to in many other avenues, but this really took it to a whole other level. I mean, first, this is the little engine that could. This was an independent film that nobody really wanted, and it became a pop culture phenomenon. I remember Scream coming out, and it did so well that when it ended its initial theatrical release, they re-released it in theaters. I may seem really stupid for being excited about that, but that was something that just never happened. 30 years ago, it was not like that. And I just remember my older siblings, I remember my friends. It was anything anybody could talk about. And it has the best opening of any horror movie that I can think of. And I know that's not hyperbole. It truly is. I mean, you take Drew Barrymore, who was a star in the 80s and 90s, and at this point in time, she was starting to come into her own as like a teenager and young adult. So this was supposed to be like her big way back into it, and you kill her within the first 15 minutes of the movie? Boom, instantly, audiences in their seats. And it's not your traditional slasher. As I mentioned before, there's no grotesque nudity. There's no grotesque sex. There's no drugs. There's a little bit of alcohol, but nobody getting so plastered. This is 100% just a psychological mind F. You have a caller. You have no idea. Nowadays, caller ID, you know who's calling you. Back in 1995, 1996, you were rich if you had caller ID. And what's interesting enough is that when Scream came out, caller ID sales skyrocketed 300% because it scared the bejesus out of people. You have someone on the phone tormenting you, able to see you. It's kind of like, when a stranger calls, the call is coming from in the house. If you don't know what that means, you got to watch that movie, the original movie. It was absolutely terrifying. It took upon all the themes of the great horror movies and created something of itself. It was like Kevin Williamson wrote a thesis for college and then decided to make a movie out of it. A good dissertation of the horror genre. A genre that became so outplayed and so placated that nobody cared about horror anymore. Scream, the original, is a classic. Look at this film, and I'm thankful for this film. But please, everybody, help Parker understand why Scream 1 is so important and ranks number 1 in all 7 of the Scream franchises.